Aussie gamers, and to everyone that loves video games and things alike. This is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. Born and bred within the land of opportunity and slow, overpriced internet. For news, reviews, and video game related fun, keep listening along with your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 174, and today is Tuesday, the 21st of June. 21st of June, 2017. Welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. I am your host, Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend, Red. How are you, mate?
AKA, this week, DOVAHKIIN.
DOVAHKIIN.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey. Love to hear your voice. But anyway, before we start, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we'll do video game discussion, then video game news. And in this week's news, we've got the Victorian government invests in gaming, then Sony holds back games from its E3 conference, and GT Sport reveals Bathurst. Then we'll do user-created content, what's that sound, remember when, Red's shout and last words. Nice action-packed show today in a neat little package. So, Red, first up, video game discussion.
I was DOVAHKIIN.
DOVAHKIIN.
I've been playing. Oh fuck, man.
The rim.
Damn. I got the rim. Got the rim bug again. The real itchy one that just always moves away from the scratching finger.
So
but man.
How many times have you started Skyrim now?
6.
6 times, right. Have you finished the main story?
Once.
Oh, you have? Oh, well, that's fair enough.
The first time.
Yeah, okay. That's more than I have. I've started it a few times, but never finished it.
I've never played DLC, though.
Okay.
So it's nice to have everything integrated into one, and quests just flow, and... Yeah, you know, sometimes when you play a game like Fallout 3, and you get this DLC that'll drop $20, okay, it's fucking 10 hours of gameplay, but you have to jump into a fucking teleportation machine and go to the moon. It kind of segregates the game, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
kind of like what Wildlands did.
Exactly like what Wildlands. It breaks the immersion, or it breaks your character creation and
it takes you somewhere else.
Yeah. Where this is just all in one, you know, you'll pick up a piece of DLC armor from a random dude throughout the fucking land, you know, and it won't even dawn on you that it's DLC armor, but then you look into it and go, fuck, I've never heard of this one before, and because I got an e-guide on my phone, not to help me with the missions or anything, but so I can, because there's so many different potions and
learn what the bits and pieces are
to make. Yeah, so many recipes. So... And then you look up on there, so it's got a full breakdown of all the armors, and they go, oh, this was released with the Dawn Guard bloody DLC. I'm like, that's very fucking cool.
Where's your e-guide?
Hey, Prima Games.
Prima Games, yeah. Is that the same one of the guide you gave me for Fallout 4?
Exactly. Yeah, that code that you got. I got Weezy's code from fucking his Skyrim edition.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, those guides are really good. They are so detailed.
Aren't they spot on? I remember I'm sitting here looking at it now. I've got Dark Souls 3 Prima Guide. Hard cover, proper copy, like, software, the hardware. Go figure. I won it on a Facebook comp, and they're just fucking that good. But games like that, you kind of need a reference point.
Just when something's
you can search everyone's opinion. Yeah, you can search everyone's opinion online, but if you can go straight to the source, it's fucking absolutely brilliant.
Lovely.
So yeah, I'm a fucking level 23 double-handing, heavy armor wielding orc with a big red beard, and I am Sir Red Beard and Brow. I like it.
Lovely.
And I feel like I'm actually playing it properly for the first time. So I'm getting real shits and gigs out of this one. I'm really enjoying my playthrough. I'm hooked. And one thing is cool, then I'll hop off Skyrim, but for the last 4 nights in total, I've been playing in the bedroom because my son had a birthday on the weekend and there was heaps of people here and heaps of kids, so I kind of cleared out all the expensive stuff, bar my TV out of my office, and I moved it into my bedroom. And I went, oh fuck, I want to watch something, so I plugged in the PlayStation. And oh fuck, I want to play something, so I played the PlayStation. And the missus had a few nights off, and she actually got right into watching and interacting with Skyrim with me. So that was a real big turning point in our relationship. It's a divorce if she wants to play, but she can partake in the reading of lore. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was really, really cool. Like, I have a giant chase me. She goes, we did shoot fucking arrows at it. And I'm like, would you mind your fucking business? I'm the one driving this train.
Well, fucking what do you expect? You shot an arrow at the poor bastard. Of course he's got the shits.
Mm-hmm. Fuck him. DOVAHKIIN. Yeah, really quickly to round out. Fuck all, really, other than that. Other than the odd bod game of Rocket League, which was really hard in the bedroom because the TV's smaller and further away. That's fucked, trying to fucking position yourself to play a game of Rocket League while laying in bed. So that didn't really last that long. The thing that I probably invested most time after Skyrim was the PS Plus title Killing Floor 2.
Oh yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Seriously fucking cool. But they've really not missed a mark, but missed out on a massive opportunity. I think there's about 10 levels, and there's only 2 bosses and 4 different enemy variants. Mm-hmm. So it gets old quick.
So it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Well, the makeup of it's pretty simple. There's nothing more fun than having 6 players, 6 mates, or 5 mates and yourself, all just going fucking ham. Because if you got 6 players in a lobby, there's just so many Zeds, or zombies, if you will. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's fucking. There's a lot of fun to be had there in a short amount of time, if you know what I mean. It kind of comes and goes. You fucking, oh, this is sick, this is sick, this is sick, and then the next day you see it on your XMB and you go, not today, and then it's kind of done. Played a few rounds of Battlefield 1 with a little bit of purpose, trying to unlock the DLC weapons. I like the fact that DLC weapons are unlockable by doing not hard, but just different sorts of like objectives things. Like I had one to unlock a sniper rifle. It was get 50 kills with another rifle that's in the vanilla game and get 10 squad spot assists, and that accumulates, and that's not one game or anything obviously like that. It's nothing stupid, but it just accumulates. So over about 4 hours, because I'm not really that good with snipers, I unlocked 2 new guns, and that's sick. I like how it offers that up. And a little bit of information too that was just donned on me by my cousin last night. I've seen it up on the screen. It says premium player friends enabled or something like this. I'm like, well, A, I've got no friends, and B, I'm premium pass holder anyway, so I just scanned over it and didn't give a shit about it. Right. But he informs me, if you jump in a squad, say there's 5 years, and one person has the DLC or the premium pass, mm-hmm. Everyone has access to the maps. Everyone can play the maps. You don't get cut off, or you have to search in a different lobby that's only got the vanilla maps on there.
Yeah, good work with that one.
The only catch is all your kills and your KD and everything is calculated, but your XP is stored. You don't actually get the XP; it's just stored up. And when you get the premium pass, you'll just get an influx of XP. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not a bad initiative. It's you don't progress as quick, but there's no level-based unlocks anyway. So you still get your proficiencies with your classes and your unlocks and your headshots and you do your medals and everything. You just don't physically level up. And
but that's all right because you're essentially paying for a temporary pass with imaginary points.
Exactly. And then, if you choose to fucking go out and buy it, you redeem those points and go from level 7 to level 140.
Yeah, okay, no, that's a really good idea. That needs to be a bit of a standard, I think. That would be fantastic.
It is, isn't it? Like, because that's fucking... It stops people feeling left out, or... Because let's face it, a premium pass, like, we'll pay for a season pass if we really want it. And I'll say COD. COD's $22.95 each, or $69 for a season pass. That's been the average for the last 6 years. So you don't pay your $70 or your $22 every quarter. You get cut off from your mates. No questions asked. Cut off, or they've got to come back with you, and they don't / won't.
But the big problem
because they want to do their maps
with Call of Duty, which is it's unfair to the person who bought the maps. Like if I've bought the DLC and you haven't, and we play together, I never get to play my maps because it won't put me into a lobby with the new maps. So I'm never going to play them.
That's exactly right.
If I want to play with my friends, which is pretty much the whole idea in playing the bloody games, is to play with your mates. You have to go and play with your own, or with people who own it. So it segregates you, or it makes the person with the maps miss out.
Exactly.
So that's a brilliant idea for Battlefield 1.
I thought that needed to be brought up.
Absolutely. I've got to ask you a technical question. Are you playing Battlefield 1 on the Xbox One?
No. I have it on the Xbox One, but I'm currently playing on the PlayStation.
Yeah, have you played it recently on the Xbox One?
No, I haven't had gold for.
Oh, of course.
Ages.
The reason I'm asking is a friend of mine was asking me the other day because in my group of friends, I'm the resident video game guru, and unfortunately I couldn't answer his question because I don't play Battlefield 1, but he's got Battlefield 1 and it's pretty much the only game he plays, but he's having issues trying to log in, so he'll boot the game up, and he's checked all the online servers and all that through the Xbox, which all says everything's fine, but it just won't connect to Battlefield 1, and he can't play, which is a bit frustrating if it's the only game you play. But I have run into that. Oh, you have?
And the way I fixed it, and I don't know with Xbox, and I only recently done it because I had the same issue with Live Live actually. That's their network. A few weeks ago on my son's Xbox.
Right.
The hard reset. So when the Xbox is on and running, you hold the power button for 10 seconds.
Right.
And
so
then
just shut it down and turn it back on.
Yeah, and that resets all the bloody networks and everything. I couldn't log in, sign into my name, to my son's, my profile, my son's you click it and it goes signing in, then it flash away. Signing in,
Is
flash
that
away.
to your Xbox account or to Battlefield? Okay, yeah, because he's not having.
No, but it happened. But no, it happened on Battlefield probably 8 months ago, and I've done the same thing.
All right, I'll tell him that. I'll give him that advice. I'll tell him to just shut the bugger down completely.
It's kind of like a reset. Yeah, take the power cord out for 20 seconds or whatever it is. But holding the power button for 10 seconds just dumps a cache.
Yeah, it turns it off. It turns because if you I think it's the low power mode or whatever. It's kind of like rest mode on a PlayStation. If you just press it, it just goes into a rest mode. Whereas if you hold it down, it shuts it off.
There's no indication. There's no indication that it's off.
No, that's right.
On.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a different light. It just looks like it's off, but it's not. Yeah, whereas on the PlayStation, it goes into. It has the orange light when it's in rest mode.
And it sits there in a dormant state, sucking your 5.1 megabit a second all day.
Yep, sneaky like a straw.
Fucking installed for my son's birthday. I thought, fuck it, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it for him early, and installed Master Chief Collection from a code.
Oh dear, that's big if you've got the disc.
68 gig.
Yeah. Get into that.
The only thing I will say, I got 45% of the way through. I thought, will fucking check this, and it pops up and goes, bing, ready to start.
Yeah.
With the 45%, Halo 1 or CE, whatever that's something edition, that was installed, ready to play. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool, and so was number 4. Go figure. But anyway, he could play number 1, and that gave us enough time to download the rest. So
the rest of it,
it's okay. Quickly, 2 more things. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite bloody story demo. I played that yesterday.
Oh, yes, the fighter.
So much clunkier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, really? I downloaded it, but I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. Like Thor walks out and go, because you don't get to choose who to be, and there's a little bit there's a Marvel style story behind it, so it's all presented really well, and there's all characters and they interact. Like you got your fucking Strider and Rocket Raccoon and Doctor Strange and everything, and they're all calling each other by their first name and interacting and rah rah rah. You got Mega Man and whatnot, and then Thor strolls out and he goes, "Ready, fight!" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm Thor. I fucking love Thor." And he walks like a fucking worm, just so slow. You get there and try and hit him, and they block it, and it's auto locked on fucking easy mode. So you want to do combos, just press square.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a bit docile. Oh, it looks fucking super duper pretty. The story is super duper cool. It's just the gameplay is very heavy at the moment. So, watch this space. I'm very much intrigued by it still, just for subject matter. You know me. So, so I'll give it a go. It's 5.8 gig or something to download. So I done that over the last 7 weeks, and got 13 minutes of play out of it yesterday. Moving on. Last but not least, for 10 minutes this morning, fucking 10 minutes, just because it's like, it's installed and I've got podcasts coming. Nex Machina by Housemarque.
Yes.
Very well. Resogun too.
Yeah, I've played that also.
Yeah, so that's very, very cool. I like it. I liked how it's slightly changed from Resogun, but keeps the core values and the little bricks and the little people, and there's now a dash instead of a hyper move, and it's not just a 2D/2.5D plane. You kind of go, what's that game where you're the little white dude with the red hat on your head, and you climb the tree.
Fez.
Like Fez, you go from like one side to the other, and the map just like levels out. Looks like it's like you're on that level playing field. So I done one world on that really quickly this morning to just to get a taste of it, so I could say, I played Nex Machina, and it's very, very cool, and I look forward to playing more. Yeah, local co-op only.
Yeah, that's the biggest shame with it. There's no online co-op. It may come eventually, because I don't remember exactly. I was talking to Snoogans the other day about it. But did Resogun have online co-op?
Not straight away.
From launch? I don't think it did.
No.
Yeah, and this is the same people, Housemarque. So I'd imagine it may come.
Nation did.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But you're right in saying that it's Resogun too, isn't it? It's pretty much the exact same sort of parts and makeup.
It's just like you parachute out of your fucking jet onto the ground.
Yeah.
And you're doing the same thing.
And you're doing the same thing. Yeah, so it's a twin stick shooter, but this time it's top down. And so you still got to save the humans, and you've still that voiceover is still the same.
Still one hit kill.
Yeah, and like you said, there's the dash, which will make you dash through enemies and through lasers and things like that.
Obstacles,
so basically, got to kill everything and save all the humans and get a big score. So it's a massive score chaser. The only disappointing thing is no online co-op, only couch. So, but it's a fun game like Resogun was, and like you said, man, I've played also the first world, and I look forward to playing that a bit more. Did you beat the first boss?
No.
I got. Did you get to him?
Yeah. I had to. It was only just before I hooked up for us to chat, and I thought I'll put that down now before I lose time.
Yeah, I got up to the boss, and I was running out of time when I was playing it as well, and I was trying to beat the boss, had a few goes, and went, whoa, that's for another day. It got real hard.
Oh, okay, yeah. And look, it fucked sick. I don't know. I got half a slab of beer out there. I got my cousin here. We might have a fucking 6-pack and try and see what the local co-op's like, so I can report back. But the only other thing that is slightly game related or game talk related is the government turns NBN on in my street in 2 days. Yay! Awesome, man. I just need a modem.
Yeah, I'll fix you up when you sign up. Sounds good, man.
Yep.
That's me. On. That's you? Alright, Let me see what I've got here. Main thing that I've been playing in the last week is Diablo 3 with Nico.
Yeah, he's a fiend, isn't he?
Yeah, so we're both pretty much on one trophy ahead. Because I've killed Diablo with my hardcore character. So I've got 2 trophies to go. He's got 3. We're basically on the same par. We finished the 500 bounties during the week as well, so we got that trophy as each, which is a massive slog. But we realised that if we work together, instead of doing the same bounty, if we branch off and go and do our own bounties, we halve the work. Because
we were never able to do that when we first started doing that.
Oh, really? Has it changed?
We tried. Yeah, you were even there when we tried to branch off and 4 of us go do a different bounty each.
Oh, and it didn't count.
It didn't count, nah.
Oh, it does work now.
Oh, you'd only have to do 125 bounties if you got 3 dedicated friends then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so it can be nice and quick. But yeah, Nick and I did it and halved the last bunch that we needed to do. Smashed those out, got it done. Now, the last 2 trophies that I have is I need to kill Malthael, so the last boss in Chapter 5, I think it is.
Yep.
With my hardcore character, and get that hardcore character to level 70. So... those are the last 2 trophies that both Nick and I are chasing. He's still got to do Diablo, and we've got the Platinum trophy for Diablo 3, so we're keen on doing that one. That's back off the shelf, playing that heaps. Every night we've been playing it. So there you go.
Yeah, wicked. Wicked.
I booted up Rocket League the other night to wait for Nick to get on to play Diablo. Guess how many games I played?
7. Oh, we're waiting for Nick. You're still going.
I played 0 games.
Oh wow, he got straight on.
Well, no. I had plenty of time, but I booted up Rocket League and I noticed a little symbol for the esports was being streamed at that time.
Oh, you watched it, yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get into this. Watched it streamed, nice HD. God, those professional esport Rocket League players are amazing to watch, man.
Make it look good, don't they?
I think the game went for an extra, 4 minutes after the timer expired because they were keeping it up.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so good to watch, man.
That's a special level of autism for me.
Yeah, they were flying and hitting, and it was going where they wanted to go. The goals were being saved. It was immaculate. And there was just... a play, the ball would be up around the goal mouth, and one of these characters would be in their own goal, sort of as a goalie, and then he would just start flying and hit the ball. I'm like, you just flew the entire length of the what do you call it, the pitch,
ground,
and hit the ball. How do you do that? I can do aerials, but not from that far away, because the timing and the movement changing, changing direction and all that sort of stuff is really hard to judge. But those guys are amazing. I will watch that anytime I can. They are inspirational. So that was really cool, watching Rocket League, waiting for Nick.
Stuff like that almost justifies the professional tag that they get, as that's their job, eh?
Oh, 100%. And I was talking to Snoogans at the same time, and he made a good point. He goes, it's all well and good, being at the top of your game and all that, but that'd be the only game they ever play.
Yeah, they're not gamers,
that's it.
Professionals.
That's right, yeah. If they're on a console or a PC or whatever, that's what they're playing. They don't play other things because they'll lose their skills. So it probably could be a little bit boring and monotonous. But being at the top of your game, though, being that elite, probably has its own merits as well. I wouldn't know.
Likewise.
Nex Machina, we spoke about that. Next one is The Surge. I think the last time we spoke, I was struggling with that boss. The last time we were talking about video game discussion.
On the podcast,
yeah, is it Black Cerberus?
Black Cerberus, yeah.
About an hour after we finished that podcast, I went and gave it a go and beat him.
Yeah.
And I made it look easy. I made it that easy that I uploaded the video to our YouTube channel. If you want to go and have a look at that, it took no time at all. It was really easy. I don't even know. It was just one of those things. You got to go in with the right frame of mind, fresh, and give it a go. If you're dying 1,000 times, the best thing you can do is turn it off and come back later. And that worked for me.
Go play Rocket League.
Yeah, go and play Rocket League, or at least watch it. Excuse me. So I've progressed a little bit further, and I've gotten up to these enemies that you need to overcharge now.
Oh yeah,
you remember them?
The blobs.
The blob thing.
How could I forget?
and then they release these little midget versions of themselves.
Yeah, and which means you can't overcharge or finish them off because you have to kill them because they're carrying residual fucking energy.
Yeah, and they're pretty easy to take down. But there's one that I can beat real easy, easy in the scope of things. But then there's another one in another room where there's 2 of them, and I can beat the guy downstairs, but the guy upstairs is really hard to beat because he's in like a tight corridor, so it's hard to dodge.
Oh, is that the tight corridor with the stairs going down and the stairs going up at the end, and there's a vent at the end?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the shortcut one. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's a shortcut behind him. I couldn't see what it was.
Do you use your shield?
Shield?
Yeah, your drone. Put a shield over yourself.
I don't have that drone.
What?
Where does that drone come?
Are you sure?
I've only got 2 drones, mate. Where do the drones come from?
Where did I get that? Oh, fuck.
Because I remember where I got the first drone, and the second drone was like a similar sort of thing, but...
So you got the one that shoots, and you've got the one that zooms off and melees them.
Yeah.
But you don't have the one that puts a shield around you.
No.
Google that shit. You need that. Fuck, you need that.
I've gotten this far without it, but yeah, I probably do need it.
Yeah. No, you're going to need that.
Okay, I didn't know it existed, so I had no idea. I'll look into it. All right, thanks for that.
I was about to say, there's your pro tip for the search for anyone that is in the same boat as we were struggling, even with the Cerberus boss. Set yourself up with your implants, whatever they're called, so you can you don't lose your energy so quickly after / during a battle, and because you can press triangle and you can store your shots or your charges or your shields. So when you finish a battle, if you've got full energy, don't waste that. Store one of each up, because you can just flick through them on your D-pad or whatever it is, and you can press triangle and store them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when you're taking on that blob, you put the shield around yourself, and you can fucking take a hiding for 30 seconds or 25 seconds or whatever the allocated time frame is.
That's going to be
you can give it back.
That's going to be a game changer.
And by the time that your fucking shields ran out, you've already built up enough energy because you've been swinging like a wild man that you store another one and fucking hit that, and then you use your melee to fucking throw them off balance and finish them off.
Oh, all right, beautiful. That gives me a little bit of an insight there. I can go change some things. Thanks for that. But that's
because those are even those other guys, the guys wielding the fuck. How far have you got? Have you got? Oh, you're obviously there, so you're up in the launch place.
Yeah.
So you've been through like the boardroom and everything. Not to.
Yes.
I won't give any spoilers, but you've been. How about the green room? I'll just say that.
The green room.
Do you remember the green room with the cameras everywhere and the recording of the dude that's always up on the billboard as you walk through the levels?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh wow! You know where the boardroom is? You go up the stairs. You got those 2 black servers.
Yeah, at the door. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to the right hand side of that, you'll have 2 guys patrolling. You can go down to the right, or you can go down to the left. Down to the left will take you down to a nano core, and down to the right there'll be one of those little spider walkie thingies and a couple of those security dudes, the easier ones with the staves. Knock them off, then go through the door at the end of that little corridor. It's fuck all, you can't miss it. You go down and it's a tight left. You can't miss it. And then there's a real fucking gut-wrenching, emotional part of the narrative that I think you need to experience.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll rather than get you to re-explain it, I'll look into it a bit later after the podcast because I got a little bit lost with where you were describing there, but I'll find it. That sounds cool. I'll have to go back because that's back a level.
Yeah, that's right. You go back. Get some fucking XP anyway.
Yeah, all good. All right, cheers for that.
Spent so long there.
All right, move on with Tekken 7. We had a bit of a tournament this week as well where Snoogans, myself, Roy and Ramutha got together for a bit of a local tournament, and we're giving away a signed poster by Harada-san, who is one of the big cheeses. I think he created like Tekken 7 all those years ago, or he's the director or something like that. But awesome prize for a signed in-person poster. So it's not printed like into the poster. It was signed by him. Snoogans met him in person and interviewed him, and that interview is on our YouTube channel. Go and check that out. But that was given away last week, and so I'll give you a bit of a roundup of how the tournament went. So the first round was Snoogans versus myself. And I was lucky enough to beat Snoogans. Then there was the second round where Roy Boy beat Ramutha, and then there was a third place round which saw Ramutha beat Snoogans because they were the 2 that lost the first 2 rounds. So they fought out for Yeah, third place.
Yeah.
And the third place winner there was Ramutha. Congratulations there. And
Old Man River can't get a win.
Yeah.
Monday I'll get this message going, I'll give you old man.
He's the only one that had the game before the tournament too. He's the only one that practiced.
Disclaimer.
Although he did say that he only sort of tinkered a little bit. He didn't want to give himself an unfair advantage, which he definitely didn't.
Maybe he should have.
So then there was the final round, with which was Roy Boy versus myself for first place, and the winner of that one was Roy Boy. Congratulations, Roy Boy, you son of a bitch.
The fucking import.
And then the winner of the signed poster was Nick Edwards from sunny Queensland. Congratulations, Nick Edwards, you son of a bitch. Good price.
You son of a bitch.
And I also played some Tekken 7 beyond that, and I got pretty good. I learnt the controls. It's not a pick up and mash kind of game. I found it's something I've learnt some decent combos now with a lot of the characters, and I'm actually not too bad at it now. I reckon having my time again. Obviously, I've had practice, but I would absolutely destroy all of them.
I don't know. From the camera angle, it looked like Roy didn't move very far from the square there for a while.
Yeah, as long as he's not using Bob. So he's good at that. But that's just about it, mate. That's all I've got. Nothing much more. I've been injured.
Yeah, well, I was about to say we're no schmucks. You've done PC, haven't you? Like
yeah, so I was just about to say that. That was before last week's, but last week's was the special show, so that wouldn't be. We wouldn't have talked about that. But I did play a fair bit of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because of my injured left hand. I couldn't wrap it around a console controller, but I could use my hand flat on the mouse, so it was I could play PC games. So I did play a few PC games actually. PlayerUnknown Battleground, awesome game. Did a few live streams of that. Thanks to everyone that come and had a look. I also played golf with friends. That's a crazy game. Have you seen any of that?
I've seen you stream. I've seen the stream.
Oh yeah. So it's basically mini golf, but you all play at the exact same time, and you can set it so the ball shapes change all the time. So you can get like cone-shaped balls, square, cube, round ones, obviously. Yeah, like a puck or a coin or whatever. There's all these different things, and it's a crazy game. So that was fun. That should be somewhere you can watch. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I can't remember. I've done so many things. What else? I think that was all. I played most. Oh, and Quake Champions.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a good time with Quake Champions. That's still in beta, where you can... Oh, is it still in beta now? I'm not sure on that. Let me see if I've got the launcher open. No, I don't. Sorry. But look, we played that while it was in beta. I played that with Reprimir. Had a really good time with it. It's going to be a really good game to play. Free to play as well. And it'll be interesting what parts that will be microtransactioned off. But I reckon it'll be good. I'll play it.
Surely cosmetic only or hero unlocks the same as League of Legends.
It'll be hero unlocks that you pay for, yeah. But and it's definitely cosmetics. But I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see.
You could probably buy them in the beta.
Oh, I think you could. I bought some with like the in-game currency. I managed to do that.
Yeah.
But all the heroes were unlocked, I should say. But I bought some outfits and stuff, some skins.
Yeah.
With the in-game currency there. But yeah, that's about it, man. Anything else you want to say for video game discussion?
Oh yeah, I've got a little pack to try out though. After doing it for 3.5 minutes, I'm going to have to wait till next week. I know we said we were going to play it together, but the reason you haven't received an invitation to do so is because it's completely fucking useless with my internet connection. But Cross Out.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right.
I didn't want to bring it up in the game discussion because I don't want to rubbish it because of my experience has been so terrible because of input lag and just the lag from the network, and that's my end. because I've got all MPSs, whatever. I've got no speed, no bandwidth really to fucking really experience it. Because you go into practice mode and you fucking whoop and zip around and it turns.
Yeah.
But if I play online or any sort of missions or dailies or anything like that, which it has, it's fucking sick. I just spent heaps of time creating cars. But I turn left.
Yeah.
So I turn left and then 2 seconds later it'll dack to the left and you can't control it. There's no finesse and everything like that.
Mate, that issue is there on the PC when I played it in early access. That's an issue with the game. That's not your internet.
Okay, well, I just thought I put it down the internet because I go do the training and everything's 100% spot on.
Yeah, that's right, because it's offline.
Network.
Yeah. But I still get those network lags that you're talking about when I played it on PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got one of those fucking driver packs to try out.
Okay.
So we'll see how we go. I'll be playing as fucking Big Red Guts on my fucking American account.
Lovely.
But yeah, so well, that was as you said, you fucking probably clarified or cleared it up for us anyway. But I will give it one more go once I've got my improved network in the next 7 to 10 days. So yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll tee something up.
Yes.
Okay, well let's move on to video game news. Right, first up in the news, Red, Victorian government invests in gaming.
They did. They entered to 9 game studios, so I'm not too sure if that's very relative to Channel 9, which it might be, because, like, on a side note, let's fucking just skip my news altogether there. Channel 10's gone into recession or receivership or voluntary fucking thing, so you'll find you'll find that at your Crazy Clarks or your Chicken Feeds or your fucking super duper $2 Harry's. You'll be able to buy Channel 10. But also there's shit going through the government at the moment where it looks like they're going to suspend streaming TV. Fucking... And what? Stan and Presto included. Yeah, man, it's fucked. They can't come to some fucking sort of arrangement where the government gets fucking, or the pollies get $10 million per person that watches Netflix. No, that's no exaggeration. It might only be 9 million. But but there's some bullshit going on at the moment. So maybe we will only have Channel 9 and that fucking Vice TV on SBS where you can watch ghetto people talk about transgender relationships and how it's like being a sex worker in that industry. I don't know. That might be for you, but not for me. But back to the news. So there's been 650,000 Australian dollars, so 4 cups of coffee, invested into 9 game studios in Victoria, because Victoria are mostly... Well, they're the biggest state for gaming development in Australia.
Is 9 game studios a name of the studio, or are you talking about 9 individual studios?
9 individual studios, but the Channel 10 joke was good.
Oh, okay. That's what kind of threw me off.
Yeah, sorry, man. I told you I like to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the funding is a total of $654,000, and it's expected to support more than 40 employment opportunities. Fuck. If you got $650,000 and there's 40 people being paid by that, fuck, I'd like to be in the industry. It's said to generate. There's the opportunity to generate about $1.2 million for the state. So I'm not sure what sort of strings are attached to these grants and how much they have to pay back over what sort of period of time, because it doesn't sound like it's just a straight here you go, because they said it's going to generate 1.2. Well, it might be just in taxes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the games supported include. I could run off the real silly little bits of writing here, or I could tell you the games and their genre. So I'll do that really, really quickly.
Yep.
Dead Static Drive by Team Fan Club Proprietary Limited, Grand Theft Cthulhu. So a stylized open world action set against a background of cosmic horror. Kind of looks cool. All these things I'm going to repeat. I'll repeat slowly after I finish it, so you can go YouTube them if you wish. Dead Static Drive. Next is Hyper Jam by Bit Dragon, which is a neon-soaked arena brawler. Like, that's almost top-down sort of twin-stick shooter style. That looks really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, Hyper Jam. Joko, J-O-K-O's World Pocket Planet. So it's a cultural infusion, you spin the globe challenge. So yeah, there's not really a lot of info on that moment. It's a little bit weird. Odd Gods by In Between Worlds, a tactical time travel role playing game. So that'd be definitely one I'd check out, considering it's Australian. Paper Bark by Paper House. It's a narrative of a wombat's world in a hot Australian summer. Now that sounds fucking shit. But anyway, we'll try it out. Because I've always wanted to be a wombat, you know. How do you explain that the game only runs for 4 fucking frames a second? Because a wombat's fat and slow and can't be fucked. Putty Pals by Harmonious Games, a quirky co-op problem-solving game with putty forms. I like putty. Spies and Soldiers by Ghost Bat Games, a battle game of strategy and subterfuge across new worlds. So they look kind of interesting. 2 to go. Tear Through by Walk with Kings. Now I like that for a development company's name. That's pretty sick. It explores the life of a SWAT officer in a co-op tactical game. Hey, let's cover someone else's special forces when it's being made in Australia. I'm sure they're doing bloody fucking Grand Theft Auto fucking under whatever fucking over in America covering. Oh well, they didn't they? Forza Horizon 3 is an Australian game, probably not developed here. All right, shut up, Red. And last but not least is VR Regatta. So it's a virtual reality sailing sim by Virtual Reality Sailing Proprietary Limited. So yeah, pause, rewind, listen to me fucking waffle on. If there's something you want to check out, then about 70% of those trailers are available on YouTube if you want to support your local scene, or just see how far behind Australia really is when it comes to game development. But all good steps in the right direction, because the government's actually starting to recognise the fact that it is a booming industry within the rest of the world.
Yeah, nice.
So as an Aussie Gamers Express podcast, we wouldn't be for us if we didn't cover the Aussie-related news in Not So Much Express, because I like to talk.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's good news that we're getting some a bit more interest in the video game development world in Australia. That's good.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because what? We've got Wicked Witch and Red Ant. So we've got cricket and football and rugby. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a few mobile developers around, but yeah. Not too fancy. Anyway, next up in the news, Sony holds back games from its E3 conference.
Yeah, well, we did suspect this, right?
Yes.
You know, of course we did. We've seen a couple of trailers and seen nothing else more of it as far as up on stage during the time-slotted conference. And we knew this was going to happen. There was also a lot of playable games down on the floor in their demo form that weren't covered in the conference. So Shuhei Yoshida, the worldwide representative president of Sony, has come out and said that this is the case. So it's been confirmed that there's so much more in the works that hasn't been shown, obviously, because there was a lot of stuff not shown that we knew that was happening. But here's your dates. Here's your dates if you want to write them down. I'll go slow again. We'll most likely hear whatever Yoshida is teasing during Gamescom, which is August 22 to 26. And then there's Tokyo's Game Show, which is September 21 to 24. And then there's the PlayStation Experience, which is December 9 to 10. So there is 3 more major platforms of conference that Sony can release dates, trailers, details, and anything, even new stuff, just this year. It's reported by the UK PlayStation magazine. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Official PlayStation magazine UK edition 176. That Gran Turismo Sport will release on its original release date from last year, but this year. So that was a little bit funny. Also, one last thing to tail off this news: Yoshida has stated that a lot of the games didn't receive release dates or windows because he doesn't want to put pressure on the development team, and he doesn't want to disappoint the general population or the public or the consumers, if you will, because every single game worth its salt in the last 2 years has been delayed.
And more importantly, they don't need to put pressure on.
Nah, fuck no. And we've all learnt the hard way how quickly we ran out and bought a game because Batman, Arkham Knight on PC. Too early. you know, and everyone I know is up in arms because, oh, the Assassin's Creed comes out, but then 3 months later it takes to get to PC. Well, you want it to do so much more. These games should not come out until they've been tested for thousands of hours. There's more job opportunities. Fuck, I'm going to send these. I've got all the names of those companies that are Australian, but they're producing the games in Australia. I'm going to fucking write an email to every single one of them saying, I want to be a tester. Oh, I want to be a tester. Not a bad idea for everyone listening, by the way, XYZ. You can fucking go get all those bloody development companies' names from the fucking podcast that we've just fucking gone through, and you can fucking go Google them and send them an email too. Maybe $100 to get a job, and they might get a fucking good game out, and then we'll go, oh, bam, thanks, Red. Yeah. Okay.
All right, lovely. Next up in the news, GT Sport reveals Bathurst.
I don't know whether it's just an itch on the back of my neck, but I'm having deja vu at the moment. Express bringing Aussie gamers, Aussie related news, and I know it's not hot off the press news, but fuck me, Gran Turismo Sport's going to have Bathurst. Bathurst is in Australia, and we're in Australia and doing this Express podcast because I got shit to do. So, Mount Panorama, which originated on the Australian Grand Prix circuit back in 1938, there's a bit of general knowledge for you because you don't do fucking history at school in Australia. Mount Panorama is now on Gran Turismo Sport. It is the home of the FIA-accredited Bathurst 12-hour race and the more affectionately followed Bathurst 1000 with the V8 supercars. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, if you want to sell Gran Turismo or a car game in Australia, it needs to have that track.
Done it.
Yep.
It's got to have that. It's got to have Nuremberg. And it's got to have Laguna Seca. Job done.
Fair call.
Everything else can be made up. But yeah, no. We can't confirm yet whether there'll be V8 classes, as in touring cars, as in, what do they call them here? Supercars. Yeah, so the V8 races. They've been in every other one, so I can't see why the licenses would be any different. If anything, they'll be a whole lot fucking cheaper because the Australian supercar fucking market is in the pooper. So, yeah, well, I'll give you 45 cents, fucking use the Ford Falcon. Yeah, mate, I'll do you one better. You can have it for 43 cents. Fuck yeah, I'll buy that and Channel 10.
And Channel 10.
Just to fucking to volley the ball back over the net, the legendary Bathurst track will also be featured in Forza Motorsport 5.
Yes. We've also got I don't know if this is new news. I'm just looking at this now. There's a release date for it.
Yeah, it broke on a Facebook page yesterday.
Yeah, November 16.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I don't really like to plug myself.
Oh, Bam Nation brought it up.
Yeah, hot off the press. We do HTTP fucking something. Yeah, hot off the press yesterday. So, it realigns with the initial release date last year, if you know what I mean.
Oh, right, yep, you did say that.
Yep. Bam! There we go, that's the plug.
So we got Bathurst coming to GT later this year. Lovely. That is video game news. Red, we're going to go into user-created content. Let's do it. All right, so first things first, I did promise that anybody who liked the post on the Aussie Games Express Facebook page would get a shout-out, so I'm going to give those now. So the first shout goes to Aaron Button. Who's that bloke?
You're not fucking sit here rubbing my fucking greasy heads together going, I fucking set this up. So that's me!
And also a shout out to Proforce Racing. Thank you very much, Martin Creamers, Robert Bobcat White, and George Schneider. Thank you very much for liking the post. I didn't see any shares. Now, whether it was shared or not could still be for debate, because whether you see if somebody shared your post or not depends on
search it.
It depends on their privacy settings.
Yep. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. I'll second that.
Yeah, so I don't know, because the shares will mean I was going to put a ring through my lip. But
and Rob Schneider is a carrot.
A carrot?
Yeah, you go, George Schneider, just so you know, I know you're listening, and I just want you to know one thing, you go for a shit football team.
Oh, okay.
Crosstown rivals of the West Coast Coolers. Sorry, man.
Gotcha. Right, way over my head there. And all right, we'll go through all of the comments that were put on there for user-created content. George Snyder was first. He wants our thoughts on the Switch after E3. Am I any closer to getting one? And what is the meaning of life? So, first things first. My thoughts on the Switch after E3 is probably no different to what it was after its announcement. I still really do want a Switch, but I'm not a massive super duper fan of the Zelda series. I do like the Zelda games, but it's not a console seller for me. So when I do eventually get a Switch, I'll definitely get Breath of the Wild, but I'll wait until then.
Yeah, when you hear of Zelda, for us, you get that notion of nostalgia, and it's a pioneer in the gaming industry, but you get no reminiscing feels of asphyxiation. You're not gagging for it.
No, absolutely not. So am I any closer to getting one? No, not really. Because if I got one, that'd be the only game I'd get, and I don't even really care too much for it. I'd just get it on the Wii U if I really wanted it. I'm waiting.
You'll go full tilt on Mario, though.
Super Mario Odyssey. Once that is a console seller for me. Once Odyssey is out in October, I will have a Switch.
So you'd probably have to do a full flip on your answer and say, well, yes, you probably are a little bit closer, because E3 would have made you a little bit more excited for it.
Well, in timeline-wise, every day I'm closer to getting one.
It's going to be closer when this comes out to us. I'm actually recording it now. So you lied twice.
I'm not lied, just misinformed. That's all. What about you, Red?
No.
No, righto. What about the last part of that question, Red? What is the meaning of life? 42, is it?
If you don't eat, if you don't eat, you don't shit. If you don't shit, you die. Meaning of life.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking fucking Monty Python.
No, that's what is it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, another classic.
Yeah, the meaning of life, 42. The answer is 42. But anyway, the meaning of life: be happy what you're doing, and don't put up with people who make you unhappy. There you go. That's what you do. That's it. If you're enjoying your time, let's not get into that. George Snyder also says that I kind of answered his question by listening to the last podcast, but maybe I can maybe you can elaborate more on your views of the Switch. Now, look, the Switch looks like an absolutely fantastic piece of hardware. I've watched Repremier's unboxing video. Well, I kind of had to. I did the editing on it, which is on the Aussie Games Express YouTube channel. And it looks good. I really do want to get one because I do like the idea that I can play it as a home console, but I can also take it with me, which is really cool. And I think it's only about $100. You can get a second dock, so I'll be able to put a dock in my computer room and do live streaming, and I can put a dock outside in my 4K TV. Not that it'll do anything in 4K though. But I am really.
That's all right. With the Xbox One X.
Yeah. But, I mean, I am really excited for it, but nothing that was announced for the Switch made me want to go get one ASAP. Well, probably because none of it's out
pretty
yet.
Cool and enticing in their own little way, but as you said, nothing grabbed you by the short and curlies and go, fuck, that is $500 worth of sale. Nope.
I mean, I still don't like the idea of buying it just for Odyssey, but I want to play Odyssey, so I kind of have to.
But that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, I have to. Like, if Odyssey came out on the Wii U, I probably wouldn't buy a Switch.
Okay, cool.
But there you go. We'll move on. Next one, Martin Creamers. He said, what nights do you all normally get on for multiplayer shenanigans? For me, it's, most nights where I'm home, which is most nights except for when I'm off doing my bread earning duties.
Except for when you're not.
Except for when I'm not, yeah. But so yeah, whenever I can. It's for me, it's hard to do a routine because I do have other commitments which move around a lot. It's not a set sort of routine. So yeah, for me, I'm a little bit harder. Rep premieres pretty much every night. When he gets home from work, 10 p.m, he'll be on. Red, what about you? What are your habits? When do you normally get on?
The only thing I can ever guarantee is Friday night FPS. I'll play Battlefield, Killing Floor, Rainbow Six Siege, something. I'll play a first-person shooter. I'll even play sniper multiplayer sort of thing, you know. So I am around. Well, you're on our friends list, man. It's only an invitation away. Jesus.
Well, I've started a new thing now, which I'm hoping to be a little bit more accessible to my friends and the community as a whole. If I'm playing and I'm in a party, these parties are going to be open invitation now. So if
not locked.
No, they're not going to be locked. The ones that I create. So if anybody is online, what was that?
You're a brave man.
Well, no. Well, look, you can only join them if you are a friend of mine or a friend of a friend, I believe. And if you're a turd burger, I'm just going to boot you.
Okay. Well, at least you've put the rules out there.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's all you got to do is be a reasonable person, have a chat and have a laugh, play the game we're playing, or have a chat. You don't have to be playing the game, but just assholes and trolls will just be booted straight away. But anyone listening, if you do have myself, Luke 1, as a friend on your friends list on the PlayStation 4, you see the party there, feel free to drop in and say hi. If you want to come and play the game we're playing as well, feel free to do that. If it's a specific thing where you're not welcome, then you won't see it. So if you
join
see
your
it
community
there,
too.
Yeah, join the Aussie Gamers Express community on the PlayStation Network, whatever you want to call it. So that's all there. But like I said, don't feel like you're encroaching or intruding. If you can see it and you can join it, you're welcome. Okay, so that's
and even if you second guess it, just send a message to the page.
Yeah, you could do that. Send us a message on the page.
Because I know some people are a little bit reserved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though they're more than welcome, and they kind of go, "Oh, is it okay if I join in?" Fuck, if you need that clarification, send a message. You'll get a "fuck yeah, man, let's do this." Probably come back at you, or "No, fuck off, I don't like your profile picture." or maybe that's just me. That's a reaction I get quite often. So I got residual scarring coming through. Hang on, we're trying to be nice here. But I understand completely what you say. I'm a little bit reserved. It mightn't sound like it, but I'm completely comfortable in my current company. So that's why I'm really open and loud and boisterous and everything like that. But I know what it's like to be a little bit standoffish, and you go, I don't want to get in the way. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Don't want to talk over the top of someone. That's never an issue. I'm speaking for you, Luke, sorry, but I know you well enough to second exactly what you're saying.
Yep, absolutely. No dramas there. So, yeah, whenever, come and join us, Martin, and whoever, anyone. Next one is a bit of a strange one that I had to do a little bit of research for because I don't know anything about this, but Tim Rower asks, will the price of Bitcoin keep rising? Now, this seems like a little bit of a...
Yes.
a currency and exchange rate sort of thing here. So I looked it up. I didn't know really what it was worth, but one Bitcoin at the moment is worth $3,641.50 in Australian dollars. So if you had, and I don't even really know how that you come about these things, but if you had one Bitcoin 10, 15 years ago and forgot all about it, go and get that shit, because it's worth a mint. If you had 10 of them, you're rolling in it. But apparently, I've looked up, analysts have suggested that it could hit, one Bitcoin could hit $100,000 in the next 10 years.
Yeah, it just depends how many kids you sell on the black market.
Yeah, maybe. But Bitcoin does go up and go down, rises and falls, just like every other currency. But... whether it's going to keep rising, the analysis suggests that it will. Whether it does or not, I have no idea because I have no clue whatsoever.
It's one of the most untraceable funds, though. You can move. It's a big thing in TV at the moment. The crime shows you can move small amounts of bitcoins, which accumulate to. They're like bonds, you know. You get one bond, one piece of paper, and it's worth $50,000. It's so much easier to move large stacks of money in smaller increments.
But if one Bitcoin is $3,500, how do you buy something with it that's only like $10?
Oh, Bitcoin, PayPal.
Oh, and it'll just. But so how much is it in Bitcoin if it's $10? 0.000000 whatever.
I'd say the denomination would be by bitcoins, not by dollars, if you know what I mean. You don't buy. I don't know. I'm only fucking going off pop culture and TV shows.
Yeah, but
I have no idea. I've only got 100 put away.
Oh yeah, righto.
But
anyway,
Switch. Okay.
Yeah, get us a Switch. Where I don't know anything more. I can't really comment with any sort of accuracy because I've just repeating the research that I did. Anyway, next part of his question was most impressive E3 game. Red, what's yours?
Anthem.
Yeah. I can't blame you for that. Anthem was great. I've got 3 that are tearing my heart. Anthem is one.
No one told me I was allowed 3.
Oh, you can have 3 if you want, but I can't pick between
no,
them.
you go.
Anthem is one.
Yes.
What is it? Skull and Bones. Thank you. Skull and Bones is the second one, and Days Gone is the third one. So they're the 3 that are hurting me. But if you want to say that was announced at E3, so the first time we heard of it, then you'd obviously have to remove Days Gone because I knew about that one. And it'd come down between Anthem and Skull and Bones. I'd probably have to round it down to Anthem.
Me too.
Yeah.
And
so
Assassin's Creed.
Not even
I'm actually
anticipating
pumped. I'm actually pumped for Assassin's Creed this year.
I will play it, but I'm not excited for it yet.
Oh wow, I'm excited for everything Ubisoft announced.
Ubisoft have gone, man. They have done some fantastic work. They get a lot of shit, but I don't think any of the shit they get is worthy. I think Ubisoft.
There's one thing that's worthy, and that's their fucking network or their servers are shit.
Oh yeah, I haven't had dramas with the Ubisoft games that you're probably referring to. I don't play.
Siege and For Honor, yeah.
For Honor mainly. I do play Siege. I've never really had any dramas with Siege. Have you?
Oh, back in the day, yeah. Well, they've acknowledged it now. The new update with Siege come with like a wellness thing, saying that anything that happens needs to be reported. This is the season of ranked play, so this is the season. This next 3 months. 3 months isn't so much focused on adding new stuff; it's perfecting what they've got. So they've acknowledged the fact that there's issues.
Okay,
which is fine. They've acknowledged it. It's fine. It's when they try and hide it that I don't like it. You know, hundreds and thousands of people get kicked off all at once because of a fucking spike in the server usage. Well, a la the first month of For Honor.
And changing the subject on Ubisoft, for the sheer amount of games that they pump out, a lot of them are actually really good.
98% of them are fucking fantastic, except for Just Dance.
Oh, that doesn't even exist to me. That's just like, but whatever. Moving on. That game makes me mad. Now, before we move on to the next question, Nathan Mankey, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name there. He just tagged on to the Bitcoin question. Bitcoin is worth so goddamn much now. Imagine if you had a few cheeky coins put away from when they were all worth bugger all. Good point, that one. I think you'd be laughing and rolling in it if you knew how to withdraw it. Because I remember hearing, Hamish and Andy?
Yep.
Yeah, good mates of mine. They were telling me, no, it was on the radio show.
Plug.
They had, I think, 2 or 3 Bitcoin.
Yeah, there you go.
But fucking Hamish couldn't remember his password to log in to redeem it.
Oh, lols.
So they were trying to get their IT mate to come and help them get into it. Couldn't get into it. So they even brought they were bringing in a mind reader or whatever to try and extract the password from their memory.
That makes for good listening, though.
It was funny. But anyway, next one we got here is Rusky Big Musky or Russell Biggerstaff. He says, interested in the new Xbox One X? ? I don't have a 4K TV, so not really interested. Spent way too much on a 1080p 80-inch TV in 2014, so not in a rush to spend more. Anyone else on this boat? Now, I was in that boat just before Christmas last year, where I had a reasonably new TV. It was only 1080p, and I didn't really want to buy another one, but I did.
So you were in the same boat, now you're in your own catamaran.
That's right. With my big 4K telly. Xbox.
Current generation consoles.
Yeah, that's right. Xbox One X. This goes round, we go round in circles. Red. I'll say, nah, I won't get one, but I know I will though. So that's why I last time when I think I made you a bit mad because I said I was getting one.
Yeah, I thought you were sticking by your guns with me out of principle, but nah.
With what?
Nah. Standing by the vanillas and the paws and. So you're standing by me because I got a vanilla and a Xbox paw.
Yeah.
No, I got a PS paw and an Xbox vanilla, and I'm standing by it because that's the current generation. Sit there in front of me at the moment. What I see is the current generation, not these reiterations. Fuck, you know.
Yeah, but
I'm dirty.
But my opinion hasn't changed though. I'm still standing by you in opinion. I still think that it's shit and they shouldn't exist. Well, I think that the Pro should have been released on day one, not the vanilla.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about the Xbox One X. I still feel like that way. It's just stupid having a mid-generation upgrade. I hate that idea. But, I mean, I got one. I mean, I'm heading up Aussie Gamers Express. I need to have the new things and tell people about them and have the option to try the different things so I can talk about it. I had the means, so I went and did it. But I'm still with you mentally.
Yeah.
Did you just snort a line?
No, I went. I took a breath in and bit my tongue.
Okay. Now unbite it and say what you're thinking. That's not the Red I know.
Who does two fucking upgrades in a generation? Look, we've all seen the Slims come out in the last 3 generations prior to these ones. Slims upgraded fucking hard drives and sizes and speeds and stuff like that, but nothing to the point of teraflops of power and fucking new fucking motherboards and CPUs and GPUs and Microsoft chasing ass and Sony. Don't get me wrong, I'm not just fucking jumping. I'm on a fanboy bandwagon at the moment. Sony's won the generation. There's no need to argue it. But they've set a bad precedent with the Pro.
Absolutely.
And then the S had to come out to stay relevant, and now the X has to come out to be better. Release fucking games, mate.
Yep.
You know, as Rusky said, to answer the user-created content to the T, how I feel, you want to stay front runner on the Xbox, you need to spend $1,800 on consoles from day one, plus 4 to... Well, you can get them a bit cheaper, but for a reputable brand 4K TV that's not just going to sit in an office, so you need it big enough to function in a living room or for other people, you're up for $2, $3, $4 grand. So I'm not paying $6,000 to play Xbox.
Well, I'll probably, if I do end up getting the One X, I will probably trade my consoles on it.
Both your vanillas?
Yep. I know, I've got one vanilla and one S.
Yeah, I meant the 4.
Oh, no, not the PS4. No, I'll trade the 2 Xboxes on it. Yeah, I'm not
I like that. I like that. I can stand by that.
And something tells me that they're going to have a good upgrade deal come out. I think they need to.
Well, they've just had one on the Pro, haven't they? I think Resident Scott.
But look, PlayStation probably don't need to as much, but the thing is they want people to buy the One X because they want people to have an awesome experience with Xbox. The One X is $650 Australian. It's really steep. So I think that they're going to want to do a really good, basically a buyback, saying we'll take your Xbox One or your Xbox One S or both of them and we'll do you a fucking super stellar deal and take off a big chunk of the price. So it's nice and cheap, but you get a fucking better kick-ass Xbox One X. So I'm hoping...
Well, a piece of news that did make the chopping block is Phil Spencer came out and said he's not expecting to make any money on the hardware.
Yeah. So for $650, if I trade in my One S and my standard Xbox One, I'm hoping to pay no more than $300.
Oh, fuck. Max. And they should come boxed with Elite controllers.
350, 300, 350. if they're only giving you fucking chump change for the consoles, I'll just keep what I've got. Don't worry about it. But that's what I think they want to avoid. I think they don't want people to stay with what they've got. They want to give us the bigger power so they look better.
Yeah, but
We'll see.
yeah, but until you can guarantee that every single person that's bought an Xbox One S or that is online with it has replaced it, you're still developing games for two consoles.
Yeah, I think they really want to trade them. I think they really want as many people to change their console for the better one. That would be the best thing for them. So I'm hoping that they have a trade system, and not just one with EB Games or JB Hi-Fi or whatever, one that's subsidised by Microsoft. Right, you will give this much trade in for this console, and you will give blah blah blah, and whatever will subsidise to make it a little bit more attractive. I'm hoping that's what the plan is. They're in damage control.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Elite controllers would be good, but they're $200, so I can't imagine that being the case.
No.
All right.
But you want the best of the best of the best, sir.
All right, that's it for user-created content, Red. Let's go into What's That Sound?
Okay.
Alright, so a couple of weeks ago was our last What's That Sound, Red. I chose Red Dead Redemption. I believe you just agreed with me, is that correct?
Yes. I remember agreeing with you. I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was the answer there. We'll have a quick listen.
Ah, yeah. Ooh.
So that was the sound from 2 weeks ago. Obviously, we had the E3 special last week, so we didn't have one. But that was the sound there. I don't think anyone got it. We are back from holiday, though, so we've got to get people back onto the bandwagon, catching up with our shows. But that was Red Dead Redemption. Thanks, Repremier. And we've got a new sound for this week. Red, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Titled,
they didn't put Red in ready for any reason.
That's right. Titled Crash! Exclamation mark.
Okay. Boogada. No bingo. You there, man?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Everything went dead quiet.
Oh, did you hear it?
Nah.
Ah. Stand by, I'll play it for you again.
Copy.
I think I know what that is. Have you heard it? Did you hear it?
I heard it. No, I couldn't make it.
Did you want to hear it again?
No, you're right. I've got a guess. I don't know what it is.
Alright, what's your guess? I've got my guess too.
Yakuza.
Yakuza? Let me write that down.
Any of the Yakuza games, don't make me put a number to it.
No, that's fair. I reckon that was...
So you went Yakuza and I then?
No. Locked it in, Eddie.
Oh, that's right. You went Red Dead and I went... I don't agree with you. Smart man.
That's this week's What's That Sound. If you think you know what this week's What's That Sound is, send us a message to our Facebook page, and if you're correct, we'll send you a free game. Oh, I better give myself a point for last week. Do you know what that makes the scores
Even
now?
Up?
Yep, 4 apiece.
I can't count past 3, so I just count who's in front by how many.
coming back, baby. Got to win something
Yeah.
after losing last week to Roy. God, can't believe that happened.
Did that hurt?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing to gauge it against. I don't lose it.
Whatever.
Whoa.
No, it was good. He earned that, and the rules were, and he followed them. Win-win. Good for him.
Yay.
Arsehole. Righto, that was What's That Sound? Let's move on to Remember When. Okay, so this week's Remember When. Red, do you remember when the Xbox 360 suffered the red ring of death?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah, I never had an Xbox 360 until probably a year left to go in the generation. So I do recall all the painstaking fucking butt tears that were produced by it. But yeah, I never experienced it, thank God.
No, fair enough. Look, I had an Xbox 360 when that was all going down.
I remember your story. Here comes a good one.
Oh, is it good?
Didn't you have... No, you go. I'm not fucking spoiler alert.
Yeah, just in case, I'll get you to clarify what you're thinking of if it's different to what I say. But no, I had the Xbox 360, and it was all good, and because I never played the console games as much as I do today, so I didn't really stress it that much. I didn't get it that hot and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
It took a long time for it to kick in, and it was outside of its warranty period, which was 12 months, and it red ringed, and I was like, oh fuck. So I thought, I rang up Microsoft, and I said, look, I know it's outside of warranty, but is there anything I can do? And I gave them the details, and they said, no, it's actually still in warranty. I'm like, oh, is it? And they said to me, yeah, look, it's been a common problem, blah blah blah. All consoles bought between this blah 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 is extended free of charge for 2 years extra. So Microsoft gave an extra 2 years warranty. I'm like, oh, sweet as. So they sent me out the instructions on what to do with a coupon to redeem a box to put it in. Sent it away to them. About a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I got it back. It was fixed. No dramas. Was that different to what you thought I was going to say?
Yes, vaguely.
What were you thinking?
I thought, full disclosure, you can edit this out if you want. Didn't yours fuck up and you just go sell it?
No. I sold it after I had it repaired.
Ah, there you go. Oh, wow. I missed the part that made my funny story.
Yeah, no. I'm not dodgy. No, I didn't do that. That would have been me. No. It got repaired.
I would have.
No. I had it repaired. I sent it away, got it repaired, sold it, and then I bought the Slim because the Slim came out, which had the fix to it.
I'm Tasmanian.
Yeah, I've still got that Slim now. But yeah, no, I didn't do that. That would have been really bad.
Man, with Facebook buy, swap and sell pages these days, you'll be so careful of that shit.
I know. I've bought a PlayStation 3 original 60 gig. It was
fat.
Yeah, but YLOD though. So I gave it back to him and said, man, you knew. Give me my money back. And he did.
Yeah, they don't tend to argue.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll go through a list of things here. Some interesting things that I've learnt just from the research of this alone. But it was referred to as the RROD, the Red Ring of Death, even though technically it wasn't a ring because it was 3 lights that made sort of 3/4 of a circle. But the Xbox 360, under normal circumstances, would have displayed 4 green quadrants for connected controllers. But these quadrants also were used by the console to display errors that the console was going through, and they sort of all different combinations of green and red and where they were positioned to depended on what the error was. Now, if quadrant...
Very smart.
Yeah, it was an easy way of doing it. If quadrant 1, 3 and 4 lit up in red, that was your red ring of death, and that suggested that there was a hardware failure, and it wasn't likely that it would be able to be fixed with rebooting your console or a factory reset. So that was your major issue. If you saw that, the tears would flow. But from the Xbox 360's launch in 2005 to around 2009, statistics released have shown that 54.2% of all Xbox 360s from that time were affected by the RROD, Red Ring of Death.
That's all right. With those statistics, if the Xbox One and S combined had the same statistics with the Red Ring of Death, they'd only be fixing 7 of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry.
But my biggest thing was, what caused the error? What was the problem here? And I did some research and learnt some interesting things. But essentially, it could have been anything could have caused the Red Ring of Death. But the main culprit was excessive heat. Now, the Xbox 360 wasn't designed to keep it at a specific low temperature, and they didn't think they needed to, because what wasn't accounted for was the change in the solder that was used in the system's boards, right? The main thing is that the GPU and the CPU created a fair bit of heat, which was expected. But the difference is, the thing that wasn't accounted for, which caused the major mistake, was that from the Xbox, the original one, to the Xbox 360, Microsoft were forced to change the type of solder that they were using to a lead-free.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
So in the previous ones, they were using lead, but with the new European standards, they had to use lead-free solder.
2020, gamers being born with 2 fucking heads.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's what they wanted to avoid. But that was the issue. They didn't account for the heat was drying out the lead-free solder and breaking it and
crisping away.
Yeah, so it was drying it out and ruining it, basically.
PlayStation 3 had a similar issue also, though.
They did, but not as widespread. That was the thing. But
because the 360 was prevalent in the generation. That's probably why.
That's probably why, because there were more Xbox 360s out there.
Yep.
And by a long shot. So they obviously had the bigger issue. But the thing is, could it be fixed? Could you fix it at home? Well, I got it fixed by using the extra warranty, which would have been the way to go. However, some people, whether, I don't know, their warranties were voided or they were outside of the warranty somehow, there were a lot of suggested fixes going across the internet on YouTube. And I think even people that don't have Xbox 360s or didn't go through that probably know what one of the major fixes were. Red, do you know?
I done one with my original fat PlayStation 3.
And what'd you do?
I put it back inside its box and held a hairdryer on inside the box for 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's similar to what this one is that I'm thinking of.
Cooked the fuck out of it. Hey,
yeah,
boom, fucking worked.
Oh, it worked. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main fix that were on YouTube and all that for the Red Ring of Death was to wrap your console in a towel to overheat it.
Yes.
Turn it on, wrap it in a towel. Obviously, the hot air can't get out because it's wrapped up.
Melt that fucking solder.
Yeah, it's supposed to reseat the solder and possibly restore the console back to working order. I wouldn't recommend
possibly there. Emphasize hashtag possibly.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but if your console's dead and you got no warranty, what have you got to lose? Give it a try. So it worked for some people. I don't know if it worked indefinitely, because I dare say it probably would have happened again.
Oh fuck! There's no exact science to it. It's a luck-based thing that
absolutely
the GPU reseats, or you know, you've only got to be off by a fraction of a millimeter for that stuff to not pin up and work properly anyway. So.
Yeah, but I mean, hell, I fixed my PlayStation 4 vanilla by just pulling it apart and putting it back together and missing a couple of parts from it, and it works. But anyway, it works sometimes.
You were using lead-based screws and they weren't conducting properly.
That's correct. Yes. But a little bit more information. Peter Moore, who worked for Xbox at the time, doesn't work there at the moment. I believe he's moved on to...
He doesn't work there anymore.
No, but not for this reason. He's moved on a long time after this. But he claims that the money that was required to fix the issue was $1.15 billion.
Fucking Jesus.
$240 million of that was in postage alone.
Yeah, fair call.
Yep. But the thing is, the willingness from Xbox heads to spend the money to fix the issue in a first-class way is probably what saved Microsoft, Xbox. I'm sure Microsoft.
How many red ring sufferers do you think come across to the PS4 because of the butthurt from losing games and save files and shit?
None. Not because of Red Ring. I think the jump across to PlayStation 4 being the winner now has got nothing to do with ROID. I think that's all to do with, well, the obvious things that we've been talking about. Yeah, the DRM thing that was announced, the lack of games, first party developers dropping them, poor power in the console. Whereas, because the Red Ring of Death was generally at the beginning of the Xbox 360's life. The Xbox 360 still went on to sell really strong, and Microsoft and Xbox attribute that to the way that they handled the problem. I was put out of commission for 2 weeks. That's it.
Yeah, so was I at the start of this generation.
Yeah, I rang up and it was no questions asked, no fuss. Yep, no worries. We'll email you this thing, print it off, go and get a box and post it to us. It was super easy, super fast, which is why it would have cost them so much money. But it didn't break my heart at all. I was still an Xbox 360 primary console owner. I had a PlayStation 3, but my Xbox 360 was where I went. That was where I played my games. So I don't think that it hurt them at all. I mean, it hurt them, but not due to the way that they handled the problem. I think saved what the Xbox 360 could have been and what it was.
Oh, that and the little known franchise of Gears and Forza.
Yeah, well, they did have some mad games at the time as well, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about all I've got information-wise on the Red Ring of Death, and I put up a post on our Facebook page just to see what our community thought of what happened, and there was also in 2011 a massive PlayStation Network hack. Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah, I was subject to it.
Now, how long was it out for you?
3 months.
Oh, 3 months. Okay, so it's different for some people.
She was long haul.
Okay, so it was down for quite a while. That was in 2011, and I posted up the post to the Facebook page asking the community which one was the bigger fail. Was it the PlayStation Network being hacked in 2011, or the Great Red Ring of Death 2005 to 9? And the community spoke, and I believe, let me just have a quick look now just to see if it's changed since the last time I saw it. There was 48 likes in total. 34 votes were for the Red Ring of Death being the big fail. 11 votes for the PlayStation 3's network hacking, PSN network hacking, and 3 people just laughed.
Yep.
So
it was, of course, it was a bigger fail. Red Ring of Death means you can't play games. PSN down. A, you're not paying for PSN, and B, you can still play all your games.
Correct. Yeah. So it was an inconvenience, but not as much of an inconvenience.
It wasn't a killer. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is, though, that needs to be mentioned: the PlayStation Network being hacked meant that credit card details and private information was also leaked. That's pretty.
Yeah, that only affected rich people, so I don't care.
Well, at the time, I didn't use my PlayStation 3. Really, I definitely didn't have a.
Sounds so bad.
Didn't have a credit card attached to my account, so it didn't matter. But a lot of people did. So a lot of people are arguing that was worse. You can still play your games.
I still don't have a credit card attached, and it's not because of that. I don't trust people and computers and hackers in general. Well, I buy all my credit.
Yeah, that keeps you safe. That's not a bad way of doing it, but a lot of people did lose their private information. So some people are saying that was worse, but it's up to the individual. This is a personal thing to you. It's not something that can be measured. But the majority of our community have said that the Red Ring of Death was the bigger fail. So there you go. Xbox,
yeah, I agree.
Xbox won something.
They won at losing.
Yeah. But they still kicked ass in that generation. That's it. Alright, but that's the end of Remember When, Red, and that was Remember When the Xbox 360 suffered the red ring of death.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely.
My turn next week.
It is your turn next week, but for now, Red's shout.
Fuck. Who am I going to shout?
Anyone you like.
I've got hey?
Anyone you like?
Yeah, I got a big shout. I alluded to it yesterday in something that I'd done. I got a help in my personal life yesterday, and it was really humbling. And he's a big follower and a big supporter of Aussie Gamers Express. And I'd like to give Robert Bobcat White a big shout out. I still jump in the streams and laugh at Snoogans and call him a noob and everything. And Robert's there going, "Hey, Red," and I'm like, "Who's this guy?" But hi, Bobcat. No. So my specific shout this week, I really didn't fucking put too much effort into that. Good on you, Red. At least the fucking news was cool. Oh, yeah. Fucking shout out to Channel 10. But big long-time supporter. All the guys that fucking jumped on board for the user-created content again, we gave a bit of a shout there with even I got one. So that was pretty sick too. And these segments wouldn't be what they are without you guys. So that's just a shout out to Nick for winning the poster, you bastard, because you're a fucking filthy casual and it looks so much better on my wall. Shout out to Roy for winning the competition. Shout out to Luke for putting it on, and shout out to Snooks for not being able to win a goddamn thing. Shout out to Reprimere. Reprimere does a lot of stuff. I know he set up this Discord that we're currently working through at the moment. You should get amongst it if you've got Discord on your phone, your computer, or your potato. Search up Aussie Gamers Express. There's probably a fucking code that can be put up on the page or in the show notes that could help direct you to this, so you too can have direct input into not only the show but just give your fucking opinion on what's going on. You see a post on there and someone says something, call them out in the Discord. We can all fucking, if we all see it happening at the same time and there's some form of notification that comes across, we can all jump in and have a little yarn to like we're having now, somewhat like Skype. So that should be also relevant as well. So we'd like to shout out to Reprimere for setting that up and helping with the ongoings of that. And also he's streaming every night, which is pretty cool too, so you should check that out.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, that went from nothing to fuck full noise real quick.
Yeah, that's the beauty of our Red. Can work on his toes for a big man.
Fuck.
All right, let's do last part of the show. Red, last words.
Did I have any?
I got one.
I think yeah. Hit us up.
Not that you'll be very interested in it, but Spider-Man Homecoming VR experience is coming on the 30th of June for free.
Yes, that's awesome. I did see a post somewhere about that on the fucking social medias this week, and I put a fucking, what was it, something about Spider-Man coming out, and I said, so's the I don't know, inflation on spew bags.
Oh yeah, it could be a bit weird playing that, but anyway, we'll see.
Oh, I have got one. Let's start it, and I'd really like to come across and see it on the pin post, the Facebook post, anywhere. Just fucking post it, put it on your own page, and no, I won't see it then.
What are you talking about?
Hashtag boycott for Barjo.
Oh yeah.
That started here. You heard it here first. This is our intellectual property. So if that goes fucking stupid on Twitter, I've got proof that I started it.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a 10 o'clock time slot, though.
Yeah,
what's the show called?
Well, No Barjo.
Yeah. It's Hex and Nick Boy doing their show thing on 7 Mate, but it's on at 10 o'clock, and I won't be watching at 10 o'clock. It's too late. I'm playing games by then. But But anyway, was it
Screenplay?
Screenplay, that's it. Hashtag boycott for Barjo.
Boycott for Barjo. Fuck those stooges chasing the $1.
Like, I didn't mind Hex, but Barjo was the funny one.
I used to watch it when it was Barjo and Junglist, mate.
Yeah,
Junglist
me too.
is still getting around the traps as well. I don't. She's a very pretty girl, but as gamers and sweaties and stuff like that, we know we're never going to pull a Hex. They're a unicorn, you know. A lot of gay girl gamers out there are just like us. They don't give a shit, love their Doritos, and sit there and play games. You know, this is no gender separation or feminine Nazi sort of bullshit. But I never watched a good game to look at Hex. I don't follow her on Facebook to look at her or anything like that. She used to be pretty relevant and outspoken, but then she got a little bit fucking over the top feminist sort of shit. So I've just unfollowed, unliked that sort of shit. So, and that's nothing personal. It's just not what I like to flick past on my fucking Facebook wall. So yeah,
fair enough.
There you go.
All right. Just quickly as well, Hitman is now free on everything. You can play it. Well, not the game's not free.
Oh, the prologue.
There's like the prologue part that's free on pretty much everything. So go and check that out if you like that. Give it a go on Steam, Xbox One, PS4. That's probably it, I think.
I'd say that's to draw awareness to the fact that IO Studios is no longer part of Square Enix. They've gone back to their indie roots and they are maintaining the Hitman IP.
Oh, really? So no Square Enix involved?
No, not anymore. Not with IO Studios. Not with Hitman. And not in any future iterations of Hitman anyway.
Could be good for it, actually.
It's a bit fucking... She's a bit been there, done that now.
Yeah. But anyway, give that a go if you like. I don't have anything else, Red, have you?
No, except for a big fat fucking thank you for having me.
No worries. Thank you for coming. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you to everybody who's listened to the show. Hope you've enjoyed it. A nice little express one. Well, normally we're supposed to go for 90 minutes. This time we actually did. So there we go. Until next time, as always, I am Lucas. Thank you very much. I'll see ya.
And I'm the DOVAHKIIN. Red Bittenbrow.
Why don't you do the fucking wash?
It's like my video. I can put my one eyebrow up to the camera and go, fucking dot to dot champion right here.
Right, yeah. Talk to you later.
Bye.
That's it. We are finished for another week. We are packing up our bat and ball and we're going home. If you're keen for more content before the next show, then head over to the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and give us a like. And check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We are also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and every other social network that you can think of. Except that weird one that no one uses. You know the one. This podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. See you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.
Yeah.